I did as you asked. Now we can be together! Dr. Fields screams as SCP-682 shakes him back and forth like a doll. Alright everybody, we are here today with a very special Falcon one-shot. This one's gonna be a fan suggestion, and apparently it was thrown my way because we've been playing Ruza as of late. So I was told if I enjoyed the slight, similar aspects of Ruza with the SCP, I should look into this particular banger right here by the name of SCP Doki Doki Anomaly. Now this one is allegedly a survival horror dating game, where you have the chance to survive and apparently date SCP-682-096. So definitely more of the popular ones for a fact. Now how this game does that, I got no idea. Let's find out. The first recorded death associated with SCP-8008 occurred on December 18, 1997. The victim, John Paul Reville, 38, Caucasian male, was found pinned under his Dodge truck. Police on scene reported him being smushed to the neck like an empty tube of toothpaste. Exact wording. He was also smiling ear to ear and wearing a pair of novelty spiraled glasses. The SCP Foundation became involved later, when the local detective assigned to the case was also found dead, dismembered by his own lawnmower, smiling broadly, and wearing the same glasses. Apparently this anomalous pair of novelty glasses, deemed SCP-8008, allows the wearer to fall in love with literally anything. SCP-8008 log, October 6, 1999. The entire first cohort of researchers assigned to the anomaly has been. The first 3 researchers were killed by an H2 pencil, a diamond necklace, and a pool noodle. The last was found in. All the data after that has been expunged. Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? I shut the SCP-8008 case files in disgust and tucked the folder under my arm. Oh, who would I piss off to get assigned to an anomaly with an 100% casualty rate? Oh, must be because of SCP-458 incident last month. Stupid infinite pizza box. Damn it. The heavy doors of the SCP-173, the sculpture's enclosure, are already open when I arrive. My assistant, Dr. Theron Sherman, smiles briefly at me as I enter the room, then returns to reviewing his notes. He flips his pen in an elaborate loop between his fingers. His nervous fidget. A dozen D-class inmates inside are all staring intently at vaguely peanut-shaped sculpture standing motionless in the corner of the room. After all, it only takes an instant when nobody has it in the direct line of sight. Even a blink at the wrong time, and it'll snap all over our necks in an instant. Ah, here comes Dr. Fields. Now from experimenting with SCP-682. Morning. He seems distracted. Morning, sir. Everything alright? He blinks, seeming to refocus. Yes, everything is fine. I look at the strange pair of glasses Dr. Fields is handing me. This is it? I take the SCP-8008 novelty glasses from him, noting how light they are. Just a dark plastic frame and spiral pattern lenses. Dr. Fields wipes his hand off of his lab coat, as if to get rid of anything the glasses may have left behind. They look funny, but let me tell you. He swallows nervously. They're no joke. Dr. Fields nods and takes his leave. Alright. I settle into the flimsy aluminum chair at the table provided and activate the microphone. No turning back now. I take a deep breath and put on SCP-8880, the novelty glasses. Uh-oh. Oh no. Hello? I clear my throat, hoping my nerves won't be too noticeable in the video recording. Hello, SCP-173? Whether she's thinking deeply or completely brain dead, I can't tell. Can you understand me? That was something. I'll be continuing experimentation with you, is that alright? Were you expecting someone else? If she's looking for my predecessor, she's going to be disappointed. They're not coming back. So we have a choice here, a very first one. But maybe we can be friends. I won't be making the same mistake they did. But maybe we can be friends? She kinda like that? She seems to like that idea. Besides me, Dr. Sherman scribbles something in his notes. Her voice sends shivers up my spine. Need to compose myself, return to the basics. Our goal here is to clarify exactly how SCP-8008 produces its hallucinations and to better understand its psionic properties. We will compare my subjective experiences to the video footage and Dr. Sherman's notes. To begin, I will show you some images. Is that alright, SCP-173? I think she nodded. She seems pretty eager. Perhaps this won't be as hard as I expected? Okay. I show her the image of a monarch butterfly in summer. What do you see? A butterfly. You know what a butterfly is. She's so difficult to read. Next, I show her the image of a human face. And this? What? So, what's wrong? I hadn't realized it, but I stood up. The small hairs on the back of my neck are standing straight up. Everything inside of me is screaming to get away from this creature. Nothing, I'm fine. It takes all of my self-control to force myself to sit down. I can do this. Lastly, I show her an image of her actual face. The blank, spray-painted eyes stare up from the paper. Last one, okay? What do you see here? Confronted with the image of her actual face, she seems distressed. Oh. The twisted body of one of the D-Class personnel is slammed suddenly onto the table, looking up at me with wide eyes. His body is spasming at the sudden disconnection from his brain stem. His head is turned 180 degrees. What just happened? I didn't see, I blinked. The man on the table has stopped twitching. His irises mid-dilated. Around the room, the remaining D-Class have their backs against the wall. One woman is hyperventilating, covering her eyes. I blinked too. And me. And me. No, not again. Everyone just happened to blink at the same time? I will remind D-Class personnel that my deviation from eye contact protocol will have severe consequences. Oh, we can see that. Beyond the obvious, right? I almost jump out of my chair as the timer beeps. We're gonna end here for today. Please don't be upset. We'll be back tomorrow, okay? She seems relieved about that. Is that really something I should be happy about? Her voice. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I remove SCP-8008, taking a moment to wipe the sweat from my face. Without the glasses, I can see SCP-173 as it actually is. A monster of concrete and rebar, looming right in front of me. The corpse on the table seems to be staring at it, afraid to look away even in death. Nothing. I scrubbed through the grainy video again. No evidence of the young woman I'd been speaking to in the testing chamber. No evidence that SCP-173 was in any way communicating with me. It's just me, wearing those ridiculous glasses, talking to myself. What the hell is this? Get 5,000 or die? Oh. What is happening? You got like a match 3 game here suddenly, huh? Alright. I mean, we're almost up to 3,000, so that's kind of good. There it is, 5,000. I don't die anymore, do I? Great work, thank you. Now get 35,000 points or I'll break your... If you click on my face? 35,000 or click on her face? You'll save me if I click on your face? I'm not sure if this game has multiple endings. I feel like it probably does, more than likely. And that might have deviated something, but I mean, like, this is the most interesting option if she's playing some sort of, like, you know, metagame with me. I wake with a start. What was that dream? Oh, I was dreaming too. Something about legs? And... what the hell? Or what? She's gone. I reach up to my face, terrified that I might find SCP-8008 there. It's just me. So what did I just see? I dress and head down to the cafeteria to get some water. A clock on the wall reads just past 2 a.m. It's so quiet. Where am I? Why am I at SCP-8008's containment locker? I hadn't meant to come here. Is this how it starts? I slowly back away from the locker, the halogen lights in the hallway feeling overly bright, exposing. Then I notice something about SCP-8008's locker. The padlock is askew as if someone had been tampering with it. I realize it's been unlocked and then replaced backwards to hide the unclasped mechanism. Looking inside to confirm my fears. SCP-8008 is missing. I didn't do this. I'm positive I didn't do it. I checked all my pockets, my face, and even the top of my head just to be sure. What are you doing here? I almost jump out of my skin at the sudden voice. A singer! The third researcher from our cohort is leaning against the doorway, arms crossed. She's wearing her lab coat, a pair of green slippers, and a concerned scowl. Well? It's not what it looks like. I didn't even mean to come here. She waves away my concern, standing up straight. I know. What? It dawns on me that Dr. Singer had been assistant to the previous lead researcher. The one who'd been redacted out of all the files. I had a feeling I'd find one of you here tonight. It's just the same as last time. I'm glad I caught you before. She runs her hands up and down her arms. I'm not so sure you did. I move to show her the open containment locker. Dr. Singer's eyes go wide. Then who? Fields! Yeah, he had been acting strangely today. Hey! Without warning, Dr. Singer has me by the lapel of my coat and is dragging me to the hallway. Hey, what the? She yanks me into a deep sprint, still not explaining herself. I'm barely able to keep up. Dr. Singer pulls the containment breach alarm as we pass it, and I realize just how much trouble we're in. The alarms are deafening. I've only ever heard them once before, at the site I'd been transferred from. 14 people had died that night. The hallway rocks violently. Fine dust pours from the concrete ceiling, catching in my throat as we run. I cough hoarsely, my lungs already burning from the unfamiliar exercise. My worst fears are confirmed as we round the final corner. All I can see is a cloud of billowing dust and stone debris. Huge shards of rock have gouged the walls on the far end of the corridor, exploding from the wall that had been SCP-682's temporary containment chamber. I jump as I hand grasp my trouser leg. To my horror, I recognize Dr. Vita, the fourth and final researcher in our cohort. His lips and chin are crimson with blood. His torso has been pulped by metal shrapnel. I barely have time to process this before a shape looms out of the new hole in the wall. It's big. Ahead of us, Dr. Fields is standing with his arms raised towards it. I can't see his face, but I knew he's wearing SCP-8008. The massive Keter-class anomaly crawls over the pile of debris. Yellow acid smoke pours off of its body. It spots Dr. Singer and I. My body freezes, pinned by those hateful yellow eyes. My beloved! My queen! He looks so small next to her. I did as you asked! Now we can be together! It snaps Dr. Fields up in its crocodilian jaw faster than I can believe. Dr. Fields screams as SCP-682 shakes him back and forth like a doll. I can hear his body breaking. SCP-800, it flies off and lands near my feet. A wave of desire to put them on washes over me. I mean, we gotta put them on, right? Oh. Okay. Not as terrifying as normally. She's big. She holds Dr. Fields by the torso in one of her hands. His screams become gurgles as my mind struggles to understand what it's saying. Dr. Fields' body seems to dissolve in ragged chunks as if something unseen is tearing him apart. Then it occurs to me, she is. Then he's gone. Gunfire erupts from behind SCP-682. I hit the floor just as bullets whip through the air around me, sending up sprays of sharp stone where they hit the tiles. I cover my head. Even above the sirens and the gunfire, I can hear SCP-682 shriek as it enters a rage state. The floor rocks under me as another section of the building collapses, then suddenly, the shower of debris and bullets stops, even sound seems muted. I decide to risk it, carefully open one dust-covered eye to see a pair of bare, gray feet, standing just inches from my face. After a moment of confusion, it dawns on me. SCP-096 had been moved into the adjoining cell block for testing. I cover my eyes in an instant, praying I haven't seen its face somehow. To see SCP-096's face is certain dead. Its voice rings through the high-ceilinged chamber, followed by a howl from SCP-096 as it too enters a rage state upon being glimpsed. I blindly begin to crawl away from the sounds of fighting as the two anomalies clash. I hope desperately I'm going to the opposite direction. A huge chunk of concrete strikes me in the back, crushing the air from my lungs in a whoosh. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. My vision goes soft around the edges as the life is slowly crushed out of me. Is this it? Something is pulling up on my legs. Something impossibly strong. I feel hands around my ankles. I gasp as the pressure on my chest is released, and light returns to the world. She's gone. I hear voices. I hear Dr. Sherman shouting. Why is he shouting? Doctor, can you hear me? I try to respond, but it turns into a hacking cough. My throat is full of dust. You're alright. He helps me to sit up and waits while I cough a while longer. Miraculously, I seem to be unharmed. Let me get you to the medical ward. He supports me as I stand. Glancing backwards as we turn to leave, I see the slab of concrete that almost killed me, and then the trail through the dust from where SCP-173 had dragged me to safety. Why? I'm hooked up to several machines in a private room. My heartbeat sounds quick and irregular on the monitor. Isn't this a bit excessive? Dr. Sherman looks up at me from his chair in the corner. His lips twist into a wry grin. You know, for someone so smart, you're a real idiot. Fair. I lean back in my nest of pillows. Is Dr. Singer alright? Yeah, she's fine. She had the sense to run when she saw what happened to Dr. Fields. I nod awkwardly. He stands and hands me a glass of water from the bedside table. I drain the glass, not realizing how thirsty I'd been. And the breach? Dr. Sherman sighs at that, then shoves his hands in his pockets. Word around site is that they were able to recontain both SCP-682 and SCP-096. But... yeah. But SCP-173 is missing. Should I tell him that SCP-173 saved my life? Its containment chamber was found open. We need to find SCP-173, I think. I might be in danger. That's as much as I'm willing to say. Dr. Sherman's eyes narrow. The task force personnel are already down in the tunnel searching for it. They won't find her. It. They won't find it. Right. Sorry. And why not? How do I explain it to him? We need to ask someone who was there. Everyone who saw what happened was torn apart. Other than you. Not everyone. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. Aaron, I don't have a lot of time. It's hard to explain. He crosses his arms for a moment, then seems to deflate. Fine. Suppose someone has to keep watch over you. A chill runs down my spine at that. I can't help but wonder if SCP-173 is watching me even now. There's no time to lose. Right. Because, yep, there were 2 SCPs in that room as well. I mean, I'm not sure. I kind of want to... This is really, really engaging, mind you. I kind of want to leave it here. This is also supposed to be a one-shot, right? But I'm enjoying a lot of this so much that I wouldn't mind doing more. So, what if, hear me out, I wrap it up here, and I let you guys decide where we go. So, I'm gonna stop here. The information for this game, by the way, down below in the description in case you want to pick it up for yourselves and, you know, maybe get ahead. Who knows? Whatever you want to do with it, go for it. If there's enough interest, I'll do more. And I will leave it up to you guys to decide which one do you think we should go to. SCP-682, which we've kind of seen a little bit, and SCP-096, which we technically haven't seen for, you know, obvious reasons. Let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer. If I do more of this, I'll see which one has more suggestions, and then if we do more, I'll come back and we will go there next time around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thanks a lot for the suggestion. This one's really, really good so far. I'll catch you guys next time.